Alright guys, this is Luca and their Terava company that makes their puukos and scrama. So here it is. I'm sure you guys have seen this opening before. You know about the problems with the lid. You know about the problems with the... Alright guys. Stay. Alright. So, let me see if there's anything else in here. Nope. Nope, nothing. Total. Alright. That means I can get you out of the way. Toss. The knife! Button snap. Solid button snap. Hear that? I've seen a lot of videos out there where the guys say that the plastic liner on the inside is what keeps the knife in, and you know, this is just a leather covering, and the snap is good and all, but it doesn't work like it should, or whatever. Guys, that's a plastic cover that wasn't even made for the blade. It doesn't seem like. It's just there to protect probably the stitching and you know, anything else. What keeps it in? The initial, besides the snap. But this is that overmold. So just a thing to be aware of. I like the dangler system. The leather up here is a little thin, but that's okay. Solid hardware, stainless steel all around. Looks like. Of course, you've got the lanyard hole in the bottom to keep that in. It's a solid snap. Anyway, the blade itself looks good. Looks very much like my Finn Hawk here, which is okay with me. You put it side to side. Let me get it as level as possible. Keep them together. It's a little bit longer of a handle and a little bit longer of a blade. So overall, it's pretty long. About an inch and a half, or I'm sorry, about, let's see here. Let's do back to back. What's that guy look like, guys? Half an inch, maybe. Anyway. This is measured in centimeters anyway. Well, this is measured in inches, so totally different configuration overall. You've got a, I don't know if you can see it, but a wider blade from spine to edge. You also have a thicker blade. If you can see that. But it's about double in thickness from the Finn Hawk. Now with this Finn Hawk, I've batoned, I've thrown, all kinds of stuff. This is definitely a heavier knife. This one right here is almost twice in my estimations. This will be interesting. Nope. I think I know why, too. I think I also know why the plastic wasn't used as the actual retention system, is that this material here, which is like a siliconized TPE plastic, is that it's just because of that. Like, I just had that difficulty right here. There's a slide problem. So, or not problem, but inconvenience, if that the most. So that's what I've got there. In the cold weather, you don't want to have an exposed tang. A lot of people don't like this overmold thing. Obviously, I don't mind it. But the in the cold weather, in the Arctic, and the Sami people, you don't want to touch metal. You don't want to have to touch metal in the very deep cold. Sorry for that. I just realized this. Sorry for the state of my hands. I'm making some ship's biscuits, hardtack, earlier, so I just need to do a little bit better of a cleaning job on myself. Anyway, this has a good balance to it. It is handle heavy. which is an indication of less handle needed to balance out the rest of the knife. It tells you it's actually handle heavy, which is good. It's blade heavy is for throwers specifically thrown by the blade. So I wouldn't mind this little lip right here going bad, which is going away, which is something I may mod out of it. Just doing that. I don't need that extra grip. I've got this belly here that allows me to grip there. But taking that out allows for a handle throw without compromising the spin on it. Large lanyard hole. Everybody's seen this before. This is the 110 from Veras de Lucas. They're 110 terava puuko. And one of the things a lot of people like about this knife, is the fact that it is minimalistically done. The only things that were the only thing this is for utilitarian purposes. Like they don't, a lot of knife makers out there will be like, oh my gosh, that doesn't have a satin finish. Do you see that? That's all dirty. And because they left it that way from either the heat treat or the just the general making of it. So they left it that way. They skipped that step because it's a cosmetic step. I think it's perfectly fine. Now this is actually going to be my first carbon steel blade. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I've used stainless steel all around. I've had the Mora Companion stainless steel. Didn't know it was stainless steel until after I got it, but didn't think of it as being important until after I got it actually also. So the spine, I don't know if you can tell. There. The spine has a bevel on it, all the way up until just before the tip. Both sides. There. And the I don't know the purpose of this. It may just be because it's doesn't dig into the thumb as much, but it does scrape. It does scrape. So here in a second, I'll bring out the ferro rod and show it to you that it will scrape a rod. It's just got a bevel on it. One of the things I may mod on it is round off, probably where the belly ends or begins or whatever. I'll round off all of this right here so that I can do fine work. Maybe pivot from my thumb or finger, and not have it tear up my thumb and finger as I'm doing it. But beyond that, I really like this blade. Now this is a first look. I haven't actually gotten to use it. In fact, I'll probably be getting online and the next day or so and looking at how to patina the Scandi on this. Which reminds me, it's not a full-on zero grind Scandi. Let's see if we can get this in here and to focus. There. There's, I don't want to blind the camera. Or you guys. There's a secondary. There we go. That looks better. Secondary edge. See that? There we go. Camera. Focus. Something I need to do on a daily. So there's a secondary bevel, and I like that, actually. I love the Scandi grind, but and I like that for after looking at these two knives, I'm like, wait a minute, this makes sense. The extra bevel is to strengthen the edge, because if you had just a straight up Scandi, the edge there would be a little bit more brittle because you've got so much distance between when the bevel starts to the edge. Well, this one, the Finn Hawk specifically, looks like a 2/5 ratio from the spine to the edge. You got two of those fifths being used up in the Scandi bevel. This one's half. This one's half, and we've already established that this blade, this one, has a longer spine to edge anyway than this one, than the fin hog. So this is a very, very long Scandi. So it makes sense that that secondary edge is going to help protect that blade. Looking at it a little bit deeper, closer, that secondary edge really isn't that much of a difference in bevel. It could be easily worked out. Anyway, everybody likes the hair test. I've already tested a little bit. Let's get up here. Get closer. There we go. It took a minute, but and the reason is I first started trying to take the hair off by looking through the camera, and that was just a little bit too dangerous for me, so I was a little hesitant when it came to, getting it. But anyway, you saw it. It left my arm. Let me do this again. See it there? Right there. See it? It went away. So there's that awesome little thing. Let me get a piece of paper here real quick. See if I can do a little paper cut for you. Here we go. I can't do much of it because I got these little bow. It's obviously too big, but it's for bow and arrow to hold the string. But anyway, crap, wrong one. Now here's one of the things that I would like to do for a paper cut. I don't know if you tell, but I'm angled it. It's not, I don't know if you can tell. You can't tell. I didn't do it 90-degree angles. I beveled it. So let me try it again at a sharp bevel, because that basically means you're filleting the paper. So, and then of course, quick strikes. So, paper test, pass. Hair test, pass. This is a solid piece of equipment right here. I like this sheath, but I may just retire it. I may just have one of my buddies do some kydex, or tell you the truth, first off, I may just do my own little, I do amateur PVC, which is, poor man's kydex. So I might do some of that just to start off with. But yeah, there it is. Nice, solid. I'm going to do a video sometime later on, probably in the next week or so, and it'll be a working test review, I guess. I like this. This was for very inexpensive. This is less than the Garberg, and I would put it on par with the Garberg, actually. Solid. Very good stuff. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you staying with me. It's been almost 15 minutes. I can't believe it. It's like been forever. Would you stop? Stay there. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll catch you in on the next time. Peace. All right, guys. I did say that I was going to show you guys the sparking ability. So let me open up this is my mess kit. Or not mess kit. This is the kitchen, the cooking part. So in here, I've got a little bit of show and tell as well. So this is obviously a waterproof bag. In here I've got 2 flasks. They are, how much do they hold? 3 ounces. 3 ounces. Each flask holds 3 ounces of heat. I put it in this little thing here. Added that. And they hold the fuel. So there's that. I went and got an old cheap Trangia stove knockoff from this company called A-Locks. And it does the job. It does a really good job. I've never owned a Trangia, but I've never needed to. So I need to take this out first. This is what I'm getting anyway. My ferro rod, my old used up ferro rod. Anyway, there's my, P58 stove, all that good stuff. This is my used up ferro rod. That's like miniature now. It used to be way out to there. But anyway, here's your test. Good enough. Put it up here. Put it back here. That is some serious, actually, wow, that is some serious, maybe I shouldn't have put it on this fabric. Anyway, sparks a rod real quick. So even though they've got that bevel on there, it still does a good job. Now this isn't a technical, I just noticed this, looking a little bit closer too. A technical, from what I understand, a technical puukko comes straight out. And there's a little bit of a drop there. So it's kind of like a combination drop point puukko, which I would call it a modified tanto. There's a tanto style that is a sweep belly at the tip. But anyway, yeah, there's that. There's your old spark. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And remember, the peace within you helps others to have the peace within themselves. Be well.